Well, here I am looking like Don King. I don't feel like braiding it back up. I'm going to wash it and then braid it back up later. This is to One Sexy Tina. Darling, you don't know how much you have helped me. I joined in 2011 and I never made a video. I listened. I listened to High Maintenance. I listened to Big Cuz. I listened to Grace. Forgive me if I'm not saying your name. You know I love all of you, but I'm an old lady, so I can't remember everybody. But I will sit down and write your names and tell you about different things. I want to share a book about two senior citizens that you should know. Beautiful lady, isn't she? Remember, I'm new at this, so I may not be doing it right. Beautiful lady, isn't she? Her name was Rebecca Fuller McGinnis. And she was a teacher. She was born in 1892 and she died in 2000 at the age of 107. I'm a reader. I wish I had stocks and what's that new one that's on here? Audible.com. I have about 700 books on my phone. And one thing I like about Audible.com is when you buy the books from them, the books also go on your laptop. It goes on your iPod. And I have an iPod Classic. That's almost like a storage device because you do run out of storage with these books. So I want to tell you, if you get a chance, pick up this book by Florence Coleman Bryan, Rebecca Fuller McGinnis. When you're calling us all kind of names, young men, you don't know what we've gone through. I know you saw the movie The Help. You haven't been raised right. Something else too. You better learn about the bad mouth. The bad mouth is when you say something bad about an old person, they can make your life miserable. You don't want to mess with an old man or an old lady. And it really hurts me when I see you young thugs out here attacking our senior citizens. I'm one. But I'm one that, hey, you better run when you see me. Because I'm not out there by myself. Can't fight you, but I can put you under. I don't need to say no more. Don't want to have to do that. So don't just look at me when I'm walking the streets thinking, oh, look at that old witch. Let's jack her up. Let's do this. I'm from the ghetto, baby. I'm from Southside Chicago. I survived the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. And I don't forget where I came from. It's kind of hard for me to be looking in the camera when I'm talking, but this time I decided, with my hair all screwed up, to still look in the cameras before I go wash it and braid it back up and put that sulfur 8 and that royal crown on it. And when I go out, I usually just use the gel, smooth it on back, and braid and put it there. That's how I do it. I don't even bother about the hair. As you can tell, I'm a pretty laid back person. When I had the great nice living rooms and nice bedrooms and all that, that was when I was married. Because men do pay attention on how you keep your house. I'm going to tell you that right now. But when you live by your damn self, you can stay one step away from the Board of Health. and that's fine. That's all you need to do. Let me pull this thing down here so you can see. I don't know if I can see my legs. I gotta learn how to use the camera where you all can see me full length. I'm 5'9", so I'm very, very tall. And you wouldn't believe I'm over 200 pounds, but I am. But when you got that 5'9", you can carry those 200 and some pounds. Now, before I had my daughter, I was 5'9", 130. Flat chested, but now I got some now. My husband said I wasn't going to keep them, but I kept them. I was widowed when when I was 45. My daughter was 7 years old. Yeah, I was one of those late mamas. And Tina, you survived. And I survived too, because when I was pregnant with my daughter, they said that they thought I had cancer growing inside me with the baby. But I told him, I says, no, you're going to let me go up to death door. My husband didn't like it. I says, I'm going to carry this baby to death door. Well, that baby will be 33 years old. March the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And I got that long scar too from that cesarean section. But I had a healthy daughter, and I thank God for that. Remember I told you about journals? Ladies, if things are bothering you, sometimes you can't talk it to people. Sometimes you have to just go in a room, put on some classical music. Yes, folks, we like classical music too. Mozart's my favorite. I don't like a steady diet of it, but I like classical music. I also like country and western. I like some rap. I really did like Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise. I really like just everything. But mainly my best music is the music from my era when I was a teenager, the 60s. I'm Diana Ross and, you know, the Spaniels, the Dells, all of those people. Go look them up. They're all on YouTube. You don't have to be 70 years old not to go back and see them when they were my age. That was a time, yes, there were murders. I'm not going to try to tell you there wasn't murders, but not to the extent that's going on now. I remember my mom used to tell me, act your age and not your color. It's nothing wrong with this beautiful brown skin. Nothing's wrong with your skin. Nothing wrong with the wrinkles that come in the neck from age. You can put on a turtleneck if you want to. Just enjoy and love yourself. I just saw a brother on who was saying that people called him ugly, and he bought into what they were saying. But I wouldn't tell him that he's a handsome guy, because he has to know that he's a handsome guy from within. Same way we got guys on here who are calling our president, Barack Obama, all kind of names. Let me tell you something. A lot of people I voted for president didn't win, but I still respected that office. And I want to give you this warning. If you don't want the bowels of hell to open up, you hurt that man. His followers have a right to vote for him the same way Bishop Romney's fathers had the right to vote for him. Only thing I could have told Bishop Romney, he needed to integrate his audience. You know, America is all colors. America's not Pillsbury doughboys and girls. And that's one thing I think that really helped the president, is that people got together. But truthfully, I think he doesn't run it. It's evil guys at the top that's ruining our country. They're not running it. Put that I in there. They're running it. They have sold us out. So it's up to us to say, what are we going to do to survive? Remember, we had to survive way back from the 17th century. We're strong people. They've tried to wipe us out, and they couldn't. Don't commit genocide. Don't wipe ourselves out. Do you know that you're working for the Ku Klux Klan and the people that hate us when you pick up that gun and shoot your brother? That is the biggest thing on my mind as an old lady. That I wish you would not buy into this killing each other. You don't own one gun factory. So why are you doing this? How come my children can't play on the porch? How come my children can't play in the yard? How come we can't drive up and down our streets? How come our old people can't come out and feel safe without you running out and beating them down? Okay, I don't like it to cut just completely off, and I see it's going. So I love you. Thank you, everybody who supports me. I support you, and have a wonderful day. I did a lot of videos today. It won't be like this always. Bye-bye.